December is as messy as my sofa right now, unfortunately. So I'm putting away a bit all the packages I have, which more than a half of them I haven't even tried yet. But yeah, let's ignore it. Like, they were never there. And we have here a small affair between my unicorn and alpaca. I forgot the main. I am always surprised by what December brings up, my friends. But to be honest, I started this month a bit optimistic, and I randomly, as always, saw on TikTok that we just passed a very heavy astrological event. Please don't ask me for more details about this, because this is a thing I saw a girl on TikTok saying, and I fully trust her because she felt and she looked like she had all her shit together. So yeah, that's the minimum requirement for me to trust somebody on TikTok. And honestly, for the first time in years, December hit me like a truck since day one. I was expecting it to really be different because I was optimistic, but actually what happened was that things that I have never experienced before happened. Even though I was true to my optimistic self, December did not start in the most festive way possible. Actually, it started awful because I don't think you can guess. On the first day of this month, I don't like this on camera, but so on the very first day of this holy month, I was locked out of my apartment. Yes, really, the first day of December. Iconic. Of course, it's just me living a life as an adult, and it could not happen differently. I never do this mistake. I am very cautious on what's happening around me, how my door is locked or not. So I am very, very aware. But I got a new robot to clean my apartment, and I kind of got distracted and I went out and pulled the door, and then I just realized I left the key behind the door. I had the second key on my pocket, but because I had the key behind the door, I could not open it with the second key. And guess what? After a very long time of my neighbors trying to help me to get out of that or get in that apartment, it resulted to not opening the door with these methods, cards, papers, whatever. And I needed to call the Schlüsseldienst, or the, I don't know how to say it in English, Klidaras it would be in Greek. And I called them, and for just magical 20 seconds of him putting something inside the door, it was just a paper, inside the door, and just doing exactly 20 seconds of a weird thing, the door just opened. And for these 20 seconds, these were the most expensive 20 seconds of my entire life, because I paid 85 euros. Yeah. This payment hurt, really, really hurt. And I ask you to be very careful with your doors and your locks. I was like this, so I could fit on the on the screen. But now it's too high. Yeah, I need to get monetized so I can get a team to do this for me. Yeah, I am 900 subscribers away. But what else could I do? I paid the money because otherwise, how could I have solved this problem really? And but I was surprised. And you would say, why? I didn't cry my heart out. I didn't bawl out my eyes waiting or trying to solve my problem, which is very, very rare for me. You remember the previous episode that I usually cry also in public places. And to be honest, it was even a bit funny to me, like how this could happen to me. And the entire time I was laughing about it. And I said, okay, yeah, you have been living with you for the last 29 years. Just accept who you are. And you know what? It's not just about me. Shit happens, right? But actually, also my neighbors were apparently several times locked out. So I didn't feel alone. I said, also other people go through stuff like this. But yeah, and let's go in another dimension of my life. This sofa that you just saw, it's also the representation of my professional December. How my professional life is going this December. At least I still have a job, which is quite important in nowadays IT industry. So because I classify myself as a person who loves challenges, I accepted some new responsibilities in my work. By responsibilities, I mean things that I haven't done before, and every time I do that, I immediately regret it. And at the beginning, my brain is like, oh, party, let's go for it. And then reality goes, surprise! Here's a huge workload and zero time. I hate this shirt! I will go like this. I look enormous, gigantic. I forgot my mic. Let's see. Will it work automatically? Yes. You see, it's completely a December thing. So I'm the type of person who takes everything personal and does not take in consideration that the estimations we might have done might be kind of off. And maybe everything needs its time to get completed. So I don't take this stuff in consideration at all. But on the other hand, how can I know better, right? So some things need the experience and some things need the knowledge as well. And some things are not even in my control. And here I am, still blaming myself because I didn't finish the task in the time I had put as a deadline in my head. And yes, you're thinking that this is the imposter syndrome. And you are totally right. This is imposter syndrome, but the looks. And really, when I tell you that e-commerce on December, it's not for the week, I really mean it. It's everything all over the place, much more orders than usual. Some do have problems, some need to be changed, and all of this, it's a chaos. Things needed to be done yesterday. And on top of that, you really need to act like a functioning adult. With a clean house, a packaged luggage, gifts to be ready, a good outfit, and overall, good emotional system. But I am just a girl. I want to go home and eat my kadaif in peace. But it is what it is. What is helping me with this time and all this messy stuff is that I am thinking and I say, yes, it's coming closer. Going back home, it's closer than ever. And this is the only thing that drives me towards the end or through this month. And going home, it always resets something inside me. As soon as I step a foot into that land, everything seems different. Like you have no problems anymore. And no matter how overwhelmed I am here, there it everything vanishes. And it's a bit weird because Albania is not the calmest country in the world, but it's home. And you know what's the strangest of all of this is that you actually are building as an expat home far away from your real home. But you still feel like home is just one place where the noise completely stops and you feel the biggest warmth of anywhere else. I think sometimes that to people who do not have a second home, I cannot explain how home feels like when you're away. It's something that it's so warm, it's so close to your heart, it awakens a lot of feelings. And I think that that's exactly the part that makes this so special. But anyway, let's skip this part because otherwise you will see me crying on this video. But realistically, I still have to deal with all this mess right here. And I feel like December is my boss right now. It gives me orders, do this, do that, don't forget this, clean this, do that. I'm so anxious about it, and I feel all the time like I will forget something. To me, this anxiety that relates to going back home becomes an extreme hyperactivity, and hyperactivity to me means that I don't know where to start, or I do different things that I think that make my nervous system feel better and like it's helpful and actually it's doing something, but it's not really related to the goal. Me and my to-do list in December are in a love-hate relationship, a very toxic one. And I really know that it's toxic and really traumatic because of how my brain behaves with it. So my brain tries to erase it. So it makes it more prone to forget something, especially because it's very traumatic to me. And imagine we are not even close to the day that I will pack my luggage. And I don't really know what will happen in that period of time, but it's exactly the time that I can do a story time about how I always mess up getting ready. What happens before I leave for Albania is that I say, you have time. Yes. What time is your flight? 7 p.m. So I go through a secondary airport here in Munich, so Memmingen, and most of the times, and I say, okay, so 7, I need to be there 2 hours ahead, so 5, and I need to take the bus to the airport for 1 hour and a half before that, or let's say 2 hours. So I need to go out from home at 3. So from 8 a.m. that I get up to till 3, I have a lot of time, right? But actually, what really happens is that I have everything spread around the house. I need to do a last clean to the apartment. I need to take a shower. I need to look presentable because I need to board a plane full of Albanians. And guess what? I do only half of them. And actually, what I do is cry. Of course, like it should not be a surprise anymore to anyone who's listening on this video. And I cry and I panic. I cannot touch anything. And this has happened the last 2 or 3 times that I was getting ready to go to Albania. And I cry, I get very late, and it results that I need to still pack only like 30 minutes before I go to the bus. And one time, because I was rushing too much and I needed to get all my like cameras, I don't know, my big headphones, so very many electronical stuff which I keep on my backpack, because I also was running because I was super late, and I was almost near to lose the bus, and then the tram here in my neighborhood got delayed, as always. When you need it, it always get delayed. Thank you, MVG, MVV, MVG, doesn't matter. There you are the same. And then, because I went out in a earlier stop, because there was also an issue that the tram could not go further, something like that, I needed to run, literally run. And what happened was that my backpack opened completely, but I did not notice till I went to the bus. And I was very, very lucky that my backpack was so tight and nothing fell off. Yeah, that's the energy of a December. I know that some of you are really organized, prepared, and maybe you're going through a period which is much calmer, and I'm super happy for you. But to me, that's not like that. And to anyone who is going through a difficult time in any area of their lives, your lives, it's very important to think that better times will come, and make the best out of this month, right? So enjoy and see you on the next one. You saw it, right?